Anytime we can't figure out what to eat, but we know we don't want to cook or eat at home, we usually just spin a wheel to help us pick what we're going to get for dinner.
Full disclaimer, she's the one who never knows what she wants to eat.
Yes. We're both willing to be spontaneous. I've always had this thought that we should just let random chance control a whole day for us.
And what better day to do that than today when we both kind of forgot we took vacation days?
After you've been at a company for a while, they just give you a bunch of days and you're expected to know when you can take them or have money to do stuff while you're off. We don't have any money. So this is kind of like a budget random chance day as well.
Y'all seen our stream room tour. Y'all know we don't have any money because it all goes in here.
What we decided is we're going to let dice control our entire day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and our morning, afternoon, and evening activity. We already went ahead and kind of picked out our options, and we're just going to let the dice tell us what to do today.
Yeah. So can we roll for breakfast? Because I'm kind of hungry.
Okay, let's go. I'm super excited to see what the dice decide for us. And the first one is breakfast. We have 4 options. Are there any that you really don't want? And are there any that you really do want?
I don't want number 3. I want to eat something.
You want to eat something. Alex rolled a number 4, which means we're going to go to the store and pick out some kind of breakfast that we have never had before. I'm thinking like a cereal or like maybe a frozen breakfast or something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there.
What kind of breakfast have we never had before?
I've traveled all over the world. I've eaten a lot of food.
This might be difficult. We'll see you guys at the grocery store.
This is so good. I've never had them before in my life.
I have actually never had them before in my life. Now it's time to roll to see what we're going to do this morning until it's time for lunch.
But I've decided a rule. I'm going to roll for the foods. You can roll for all the activities.
That honestly makes me feel a lot better because part of the reason I think I have such trouble deciding what I want to eat is because if we ever get bad food, I don't want it to be my fault. So I'm completely fine with that. Unfortunately, it is raining all day today. So yesterday we did switch up the options so we don't have anything that would force us to go out in the weather and be out there for a long time. We rolled a number 5, which was actually what Alex wanted to do. And I don't know that we can afford a full Lego thing, but we'll see what kind of cool puzzle activity thing that they have at the Walmart. And I'm excited to put something together with you. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So let's head to Walmart.
For this activity, we rolled to build a Lego set. I know that it's a little bit out of the budget that we had set up for the day, but hey, Legos are awesome. The Lego set is a Star Wars BD-1 droid, set number 75335. It's 1,062 pieces and stands at about 12.5 inches tall. This set is really fun to build, and I recently just found out that there's a company called Lighttailing that makes LED light kits to enhance your builds. They have a pretty inexpensive kit that will help enhance BD-1's look overall. It'll make his eyes light up as well as his body. We may end up doing that in the future, so keep an eye out to see if you notice the change in the background of some of our shots. Let us know if you want to see us build more Legos, and which Lego sets that we should build in the future, as long as we can keep it within a reasonable budget.
I definitely got inspiration for today's lunch plan from a TikToker.
The series is called Roll for Sandwich.
Thank you to TikToker Adventures of Ardia for the inspiration for this. I actually saw your April Fool's Day TikTok where you kept having to butter and roll again, and it was hilarious. If you've never seen that guy, definitely go check him out. We need to roll for what type of bread, what type of cheese, what type of meat, and what type of toppings for our sandwich. For bread,
Number 4.
Number 4, so we're going to be eating on sub rolls today.
4-sided die for cheese. Yeah, we got a 4 again. Monster cheese is amazing.
We're going to roll for 2 types of meat.
Grab your 8-sided, we'll roll at the same time.
Oh, I got an 8.
I got a 5. You got to roll for a meat again.
We got a number 2, which is ham. So we're going to have ham and chicken. That's a combination I've never had before. Find out what our second type of cheese is going to be. 2, which is a provolone. Let's see what our toppings are going to be. We can roll for 3.
Number 2.
We're going to have tomato, and we have cucumbers, and some lettuce.
Crispy water.
I don't know if the camera recorded those dice rolls, but we rolled for lunch, and it's going to be
A sub.
with provolone and Munster.
Chicken and ham.
Lettuce, tomato, and cucumbers are the topping, and we get to choose whatever condiment we want. What did you think of the sandwich?
Like the combination of ingredients, it was a sandwich. I couldn't taste too much of the cucumber or the tomato or the cheeses.
I could taste the tomato and the cucumber, but the meats and the cheeses all just tasted like any old cold cut that you would get, but it was still good, and I think it was fun.
What are we doing this afternoon?
We need to choose our afternoon activity. Let's see what the dice say. Let's grab our 6-sided die, and we'll see what the fates have in store for us today. This was the game that Alex... I feel like the dice have been way too nice to us today, and I don't see how it can really get worse, so I'm going to say this has been a success.
So far, yeah.
The dice have spoken. We will be playing Tiny Tina's, I think probably for the next 2 to 3 hours, and when we start to get hungry, it'll be time to roll for dinner, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Ended up playing Tiny Tina's for probably close to 3 hours, I think.
It's like 3.5, almost 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a while, but that is definitely one of those games that you get into it, and it's always like, oh, we'll stop after this quest, which puts you into another quest, which puts you into another one, so.
And then before you know it, the sun's starting to go down.
So, for dinner, we wanted to do something a little different than we did for breakfast and lunch. We're going to get some fast food. We chose Taco Bell because apparently we hate ourselves and don't want to have a good night tonight, but
I'm always up for a good cleanse.
we're going to take each menu category and roll for items from that category. And then we'll just kind of share it while we do our evening activity, which will be a movie.
Yep.
We picked, I think it was 10 or 12 movies that are either available on Netflix or some other streaming platform that we have access to. We're just going to go ahead, roll for dinner, get that ordered.
Can we roll for sauce packets?
No, just get sauce packets if you want to. All right, 6 specialties. What do we got? Number 6, that is the veggie Mexican pizza. Gross.
I'm not rolling again for another specialty. Next
category is tacos. 12, and I think we should get at least 3 tacos.
Is that a 6 or a 9?
That was a 9 there. That's a crunchy taco supreme.
And the next one is a number 2.
That is going to be a nacho cheese Doritos Locos tacos.
The third taco is a number 8.
That's a soft taco supreme. Next category we have is burritos.
Number 5?
That's a 5. Can the camera see it? Probably not. That's a bean burrito.
All right, rolling again. 2 burritos.
6.
6.
Cheesy bean and rice burrito.
Okay.
Gross. We have quesadillas next.
1.
So that is a chicken quesadilla. Why don't we roll from the Cravings value menu?
Number 5.
That's a Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken burrito.
That's actually pretty good.
I'm going to throw myself a cinnamon twisty on there.
Yes.
We're going to get 2 Baja Blasts. We're not rolling for that. That's just happening.
The only thing I'm not sure about is the veggie Mexican pizza.
We got a lot of veggie or bean stuff from Taco Bell, which is a little concerning. I think I'm fine with spinning a wheel to decide where we eat. I don't know if I like leaving it up to dice or wheels to actually choose our food. Let's roll for a movie, then we'll go, basically get the living room set up to just enjoy the rest of our night. These are all movies that are available either on Netflix or some type of streaming service. We picked some that neither of us had seen, some that one of us had seen. I'm hoping for something good. Okay, so we rolled for our movie and we got number 2, which is Hunt for the Wilder People.
Are you sure it's not Wilder People? Like National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not. We'll see how it goes. Either if the Taco Bell is too much or the movie's too boring, I may end up falling asleep before the end of this whole thing.
For dinner, we got Taco Bell. It wasn't the worst choice, but it wasn't the best choice either. Out of all the food that we got, hands down, the worst item was that veggie Mexican pizza. It had absolutely no flavor, and it was just misery piled on top of a crispy tortilla, dressed in some cheese to look pretty. The rest of the food was pretty decent though, and we had more than enough for both of us for dinner. The movie we watched was called Hunt for the Wilder People, and it was surprisingly good. It was directed by Taika Waititi, and it also had Sam Neill from Jurassic Park in it. Spoiler alert, there are no dinosaurs in this movie. I know, I'm as disappointed as you are. Overall though, dinner and movie night turned out pretty good, and I think I'm okay with letting dice decide our day in the future.
I'm not leaving it up to dice to tell me whether I can go to sleep tonight or not.